Hello, YouTube land, and hello to everybody on Patreon. Good to see you guys. We're going to do some Grace Vanderwaal, and not just Grace Vanderwaal, but new Grace Vanderwaal. So lately, she's been coming a little bit out of hiding. Now, she is on TikTok, but not under an official name. It just says user and a whole bunch of numbers, but it is her. And she was even posting something with her and her boyfriend, I guess, after an argument. She made him a grilled cheese or something like that, and he was eating it or whatever. So I'm following her on that account. Now, I know that she's also posting on Instagram, and I think she was trying to get everybody hyped that her new song was getting released. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do her new song, Understand. I mean, it was a given that I was going to do this. So, shout out to Eric Halfley, Katheryn DesRoches, and Tom Kauffman on my Patreon, who are Vanderwaals. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see, like, I don't know if, let me see, are there lyrics like in the description? Actually, there are. And I'm going to take a look at these lyrics first, real quickly. Let me just see if okay, I did change my screen. So the song is called Understand. Now, I'm not going to try to like analyze or anything like that because I just want to get the main gist of the feeling and whatever she means by these lyrics. I'm going to wait for her to say, like, okay, so it says, lately, all my clothes are itchy and I don't have a favorite song. One bite for each meal, 'cause I never feel full. And the smell of you has faded from that sweater you left when you were moving on. Leave a paper trail, but I never feel home. Oh, don't do this. Lost moments, and all reside in keeping my tongue bitten, and maybe then you would understand. Hold my silence. It kills to have to try it and take your hands and tell you understand. I don't think you notice my distance. You just talk at me. I scroll my phone, skip class, skip meals. That's why I always feel cold. Don't do this. Lost moments, and I'll reside in keeping my tongue bitten, and maybe then you would understand. Hold my silence. It kills to have to try and take your hands and tell you understand. Understand. Will you understand? Could you understand? Understand? And I reside in keeping my tongue bitten, and maybe then you would understand. Hold my silence. It kills to have to try and take your hands and tell you understand. Okay, so very what's the word? It's pretty self-explanatory. So there's no need for like any major analysis, but you could definitely feel the emotions coming from that, and you can even see the emotions even in the what's the word? Like the video's screenshot, I guess you could say. Because it's not a thumbnail, but it's like the video's picture. So let me go ahead and put my headphones on. It's a short song, but we all have to remember, or actually, not you guys, I'm just going to remember the fact that she's been MIA for a while. She's been trying to get healthy, and this is what she put together, and I'm going to appreciate this for what it is, and it's coming from her. So let's go ahead and listen. Oh, wait a minute, my bad. I thought I turned this on. Okay. Let me start that over. Sorry, everybody.
Lately all my clothes are itchy, and I don't have a favorite song. One bite for each meal, 'cause I never feel full. And the smell of you has faded from that sweater you left when you were moving on. Leave a paper trail, but I never feel home. Don't do this. Lost moments, and I reside in to have to try and take your hands until you understand. I don't think you notice my distance. You just talk at me, I scroll my phone. Skip class, skip meals, that's why I always feel cold. Don't do this. Lost moments and now reciting, keeping my tongue bitten, and maybe then you could understand. Hold my silence. It kills to have to try and take your hands until you understand. Understand. Will you understand? Could you understand? Understand. And now reciting, keeping my tongue bitten, and maybe then you would understand. Holds my silence. It kills to have to try and take your hands until you understand.
Well, there you have it. That was Grace Vanderwaal with Understand. And, it's interesting. As I was listening to this, I was just sitting here thinking about just that emotion and that feeling of wishing somebody could understand anything, anything. And whatever she's thinking, it can be frustrating when you try to explain something to somebody and they don't understand where you're coming from. They don't understand maybe your conduct, your behavior. They don't understand your thinking. They don't understand anything, right? Maybe they don't understand your life's choices. Maybe they don't understand why you made some bad choices. Maybe they don't understand, whatever it is that I think all of us go through that, right? It can be frustrating. And then sometimes you just have to explain yourself. Oh my God, that can be so frustrating as a YouTuber, when somebody doesn't understand something and they completely take something the wrong way and then they leave a nasty comment or a stupid one. And listen, I don't get my feelings hurt. I never do. So if somebody wants to be mean or something, I mean, it's not like it's hurting my ego or anything, but literally, I cannot stand stupidity. That's just like even in everyday life. Like, I can't stand stupid people. Like, I just want to look at people and just be like, were you born with the stupid stick up your behind? But, um, but you could, like I said before, even for the beginning, you could hear the frustration in the lyrics. You can see the frustration in the picture of the video. I love the acoustic guitar. So let's talk a little bit about the music. I love the acoustic guitar. Does anybody know like does she have a studio like at home? Now, this is an official audio. So I don't know if let me see. I'm just trying to see if it says anything about like I don't know. If anybody has any information about this new song or Grace recording right now, let me know. Um, I know that in the past, excuse me, she's used like GarageBand on her laptop or whatever to record songs and put them out. This sounds a little bit more upgraded than using GarageBand, but maybe she just learned how to use it really well. So, I mean, that's a possibility. I have GarageBand and I don't know how to use it. um, but you know what? As she's been MIA and as she's trying to get healthy again, maybe she's just had the time to figure that out. Or maybe you guys will correct me and be like, no, actually, she has a producer now, and or maybe her old producer is back with her, and her old manager, and so I don't know like who's supporting her right now and who's putting this out, but I really love Well, let's just go back to the because I said that we were gonna listen to the music, and I really do love like the acoustic guitar.
Lately all my clothes are itchy, and I don't have a favorite song. One bite for each meal, 'cause I never feel full.
And she's finger picking, and which is giving that sound that doon ding doon ding doon ding doon ding because she's finger picking. Um, and I've seen her like do that with an acoustic guitar before, so it's definitely her. And and then there was a point in the song where kind of like the music kind of like intensified a little bit. I think it was a little bit more down here. Okay.
You don't do this. Lost moments and how I started keeping my
So what was it that just made it intense? Did a second acoustic, like did she layer it with a second acoustic guitar?
how I started.
Hold on.
Don't do this. Lost moments and how I started keeping my tongue bitten, and maybe then you would understand.
Yes, I hear because the very first the first acoustic guitar that you hear,
Faded from that sweater.
see how it has that bassy sound? That bassy sound. Well, the second guitar that comes in uh definitely has more treble to it. So it's on a higher pitch. And that's probably why it stood out so much to me.
Lost moments and how I started keeping my tongue bitten, and maybe then you would understand. Hold my silence. It kills to have to try and take your hands and tell you understand. I don't think you know.
Okay, so the second guitar just went out. Now it's back to the bassy guitar. That's what I'm calling it. Or the bassy sounding acoustic. Now, I don't know if that was somebody else in the room playing a second guitar or if that's literally her playing both parts and they're just layered in the mixing. And so it could be either one. You guys can let me know if you happen to know. Right now, I'm just guessing. Um, I love. Let's talk about her vocals now for a little bit. This song it does not need like crazy notes, right? So she's given the song exactly what it needs. She has a nice breathy tone. She's using that beautiful vibrato that she has always had.
Lately all my clothes are itchy.
You know that that breathy kind of, and it's almost like storytelling, it's like she's telling a story, like, "Oh, my clothes are itchy," kind of thing, but it's like it's singing but done in a speaking storytelling kind of way. Does that make sense?
And I don't have a favorite song. One bite for each meal, 'cause I never feel full.
Yeah, that whole section.
And the smell of you has faded from that sweater you left when you were moving on. Leave a paper trail, but I never feel home.
I really like that note.
Leave a paper trail, but I never feel home. Don't do this.
See, now she starts employing a little bit more vibrato, whereas the first part of it, it was just like breathy, spoken like singing. I don't know if that makes sense. There's probably an official term for it, but um, and the words are not like sharp, so it's definitely not staccato notes. It's not. It's just very like I said before, like spoken like. It's like storytelling. But yeah, so around this area is where she starts employing a little bit like more vibrato, like that beautiful vibrato that she's known for.
Don't do this. Lost moments and now I started keeping my tongue bitten, and maybe then you would understand. Hold my silence. It kills to have to try and take your hands until you understand.
I love how she's keeping like a very vulnerable tone. You know, like it's not, it's like for me, like if I would get frustrated if somebody doesn't understand me, so it would be like more of an anger thing, you know, like freaking understand. But she's just like, you know, even like at the end of the song when she's like, "Can you understand? Will you understand?" You know, she keeps it in this soft place throughout the whole song. So we know that she can belt, we know that she can go all over the place, but she doesn't. She keeps it in that place to keep herself vulnerable sounding, right? Because that's what she wants to, what's the word? Convey. That's the word. I was going to say portray, but I'm like, no, that's the wrong word. But convey.
I don't think you notice my distance. You just talk at me.
Okay, so that sound, it almost sounded like something that could come from like a cello or an orchestra, but it's probably was made through a keyboard.
I don't think you notice my distance. You just talk at me, I scroll my phone. Skip class, skip meals, that's why I always feel cold. Don't do this.
And then we get the background vocals, which is definitely her and maybe a couple other people with her, maybe one other person, I don't know, but I definitely heard her in the background vocals. So there obviously was layering that was done in here.
Always feel cold. Don't do this. Lost moments and now starting keeping my tongue bitten, and maybe then.
Now I hear something really bassy. That could be a bass guitar, or again, it could be sound that is produced by a keyboard, you know, and sometimes it's multiple keyboards that a person is playing. But then again, like in the studio, it could also just be tracks that are layered. So either way, I don't think it's a bass guitar, but it just depends on like whatever was available for her at this point to record this and release this.
Keeping my tongue bitten, and maybe then you could understand. Hold my silence. It kills to have to try and take your glance until you understand. Understand. Will you understand? Could you understand? Understand. Now
I liked that sound of like the reverse cymbal. And it's interesting because there are no drums or no drum tracks or anything like that, like in the song. Hold on a second, unless I'm like tripping.
until you understand.
Yeah, no.
Understand. Will you understand? Could you understand? Understand.
Right here.
Now
It's like well, maybe it's not a reverse symbol. Maybe it literally was just yeah, I take that back. It wasn't reverse. And I'm thinking of like a couple of or actually I'm probably thinking of like a track from a metal band from the 70s that actually did do a reverse cymbal, like by doing that on the top hat. But yeah, I don't think that that was going backwards. I think that was definitely a forward. Shh.
Understand
And you know what? It added character, and it added a little intensity, and it was needed, especially after she dropped out and then just kind of like kept it just with the vocals without like the guitar or anything.
understand
Okay, now I hear the percussion. Now I hear somebody in the back going. Now I hear the percussion. There was no percussion before that.
Tell you understand, understand. Will you understand?
Yeah, there's no percussion or cymbal or tapping or anything like that prior to this moment. Once you hear the cymbal, the then you hear the you hear the tapping.
Did you understand? Understand? Now that keep it on the tongue, bit it, maybe then you would understand. Holds my silence, it kills to have to try and take your hands until you understand.
I like how the very last note, or the last word, understand, dun, 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 she goes up. So she leaves it on a high note, not a lower, sad note.
Until you understand.
So, very good song. I got to press like on that. Very good song. And it is great to hear Grace again. It is great to know that she's, well, at least I hope, I mean, I can't say that I know for sure that she is like 100% healthy and rehabbed and because I don't know. I've never met her. I don't know what's going on in her life. She's starting to get a little bit more of a presence on social media again, which is a good sign. Um, so let's just continue to support her. And, it's like I was telling Eric that, now that I'm on that that not Instagram, but that TikTok page that I was talking about, I want to, make comments that are positive. I mean, I've seen some stupid comments that people were making to her. And I'm just kind of like, again, it's the stupidity aspect of it gets on my nerves. Like, why are you people so stupid, especially on social media? But I think it's because, see, it's different with me. Like, I'm recording myself. You can hear me, you can see me, the tone of my voice, like, well, you should know. um, because even I get misunderstood, even when I express something and people are like, "Meh, meh, meh," and I'm just kind of like, bro, whatever. Um, but it's, I guess I guess that's just what people do. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I have to accept it. And I guess for somebody with um, a high profile figure like Grace, who has a lot of fans, but some fans and any fandom are going to be fanatic, right? And they're going to leave stupid comments. And I mean, I see it. I'm a huge Joan Jett fan, and I've seen stupid comments underneath some of her posts, and I have to correct them. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, number one, like, don't make yourself look like an idiot on social media, because you don't know the facts. And then I present the facts, of something. But anyways, needless to say, I'm happy for Grace, and I'm gonna, you know, I'm one to support her in whatever she does and whatever she decides to do. And again, if anybody knows any, what's the word, information on the song itself, um, if she's working on other songs, I mean, I could go look on Instagram and TikTok and all of that. I've just been so busy, and I'm, sometimes I miss out on a lot of stuff, but it also gives you guys a chance to interact with me, and I love reading comments. If I go to a video and I see, like, 5 comments, I'm like, "Oh, 5?" And then I I go to another video and I see 50, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I got some reading to do," but I love it. I love the interaction, so never be shy or feel afraid to, like, express yourself. Keep it respectful. I have no problem with people disagreeing with my opinion or anything like that. We're all different people, and I think that's what makes the world go round. So, anyways, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed this entire reaction, including me blabbing with whatever it is that I was talking about. But congrats to Grace. I'm gonna have the link to the original video in the description. I'm gonna have Grace's socials. At least I'm not gonna advertise the TikTok that she's on, because she hasn't put it up as an official TikTok account. And so because of that, I'm not gonna I mean, if you wanna message me privately, like, I'll share it privately, but I don't think I'm gonna publicly, um, share that particular account that I'm talking about. Otherwise, she would have put on there Grace Vanderwaal or something like that, but people have found her on this account, and she's responding to comments. So, it's not like she doesn't want people to know that she's there, but it's just not a public profile, so I'm not gonna present it as one. Do you guys know what I mean? And that's just my choice. You guys can, like, promote it on your own pages and social media and all that stuff if you want. So anyways, thank you so much. In the description, it's gonna be all of my socials as well, and, join me on Patreon. Like I said before, I've got Eric, Katheryn, and Tom over there that are major Vanderwalls, and, right now there's, like, I don't know, is it 65 videos in my Grace Vanderwaal collection, which includes a lot of concert clips, a lot of interviews, a lot of music videos, a lot of different stuff. Just Grace. So, um, our goal, and by our, I mean me and Eric, and I know that Tom and Katheryn are enjoying it too, but Eric and I, we've been chatting privately that our goal is to fill it with 100 videos, 100 Grace videos, and so we're on that goal, and then some. It's not gonna stop at 100, but that's just a nice goal to have, like, you know, a nice collection of, like, 100 videos to watch for a Grace Vanderwaal fan, so for a Vanderwaal. Anyways, this has been long enough. It's almost 30 minutes for a 3-minute song, or a 2.5-minute song. So I will see you in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.